Hey. There we are, back again. Another week.
Yeah. Oh, wow. What a week. Oh,
Yeah.
I've had 2 finishes this week, would you believe?
Yeah, the Rossi.
And the Death Star, the Lego Death Star. I finally completed them. Yeah.
Yeah, I obviously completed the Alien. Well, I actually completed it last week, but videos went out this week. Yeah, and obviously I give it as it is on that last build video, because I've had a few people saying that stuff is wrong on it or stuff isn't right or you should put this and that. But I give you my honest view and point on it. So
yeah, I mean, from what I've seen of it, it's been a pain of a build.
Yeah, it's I don't want to say it's the word because I don't want to use that word. It's the most difficult build I've ever built.
Yeah,
and I remember I built the DeLorean, so and that was difficult. But no, this one it's the most difficult build I've ever built.
Yeah,
very challenging.
I would definitely say the Rossi for me is like that.
It's a nice build. I mean, once it's finished, it looks like in the video. It looks absolutely fantastic. It's one of those ones where you sort of struggle through and then you get a good result at the end.
Yeah. So
yeah,
it's how I feel about the Rossi. You know, it's taken its time, but it does look nice. It really does look nice on the shelf.
Yeah.
So yeah, and the Death Star, wow, that were amazing to rebuild. It really was. I've forgotten bits on it. Honestly, it was just brilliant at the end. So yeah, definitely thinking of doing more Lego on the channel, because that was nice.
We've got some bits coming up on the Lego side of things. I mean, I did the Airfix quick build here. That should be on the channel this week. So start.
Okay. Oh, the Lamborghini Aventador.
Yeah, it's a little build that I picked up, and I thought I'll have a little go. It's a little Lego-y one.
Yeah.
Well, it's an Airfix model, but it's sort of Lego. So.
Yeah, I've done 2 of them.
Oh right, okay.
So I've done the Spitfire that I got from Horlicks one Christmas. Which was a really nice Christmas gift. And I also did a Messerschmitt as well.
Right, okay.
Just patience with them. That's all I'm going to say. Is patience with them.
It's nice little builds. There's those little bits in it. It didn't take very. I mean, I won't spoil it. I've already built it. The video will be up this week. So
yeah,
but it's nice little build. Yeah.
Yeah, nice little builds. You just got to be patient with them because they're not like Lego. They go together like Lego, but they're not like Lego.
No.
So basically, I go through the websites every week just to check to see if anything new's come up and everything. And we're going to concentrate tonight a little bit on the Agostini and Fan Home because I've noticed. I went onto Fan Home, the UK side. I will say this: I don't know about if this is different for any other territories or anything like that. So I looked on the Fan Home. I've looked on the Agostini. Now, looking at them, there's not much on there now. They've pulled quite a lot of models. So if I go over to, this way. There we go. So this is the UK Fan Home site as we see it. Okay, so if I go to the top, so we've got obviously what they're advertising on the scroll.
Yeah.
We've got the 1966 Batmobile, which has just been released. We've got the
Skyline.
Which is the Skyline, which is now saying back soon, reserve now.
Yeah. I think they start shipping in May, I do believe, for that. It's like a pre-order sort of thing.
Yeah, so we have the ET, we have the Millennium Falcon, we have the RoboCop, and we have the Eleanor. Okay.
And that's it.
So I worked this out before the live stream of what is not on there anymore. Now, Kev will tell you if these are going to be coming back maybe they might be coming back later in the year. So the Enterprise D is no longer on there.
Yeah, that one is due to be re-released at some point this year, I think. There was a post on the official Facebook page about this. So
yeah, Optimus Prime is no longer
yeah,
on there.
Yeah, that's another one that's getting re-released this year as well.
Okay. I'm going to say Robocop is on that. So DeLorean, that's no longer on there.
Yep. I don't know what's happening with that one. I think it's coming back.
Okay. Ecto 1 is no longer on there.
Yep, I have no information on that.
Okay. The Gauntlet is no longer on there.
Yep, no information on that neither. I think that one's gone.
Okay. The Knight Rider kit is no longer on there.
Another one that I think may come back, but I don't have anything official, but it's sort of one that will come out, I think. But no.
The Iron Man, that's no longer there.
Yeah, another thing, I don't know anything about that one.
Okay. Dodge Charger, that is no longer there.
Yep.
And finally, the R2D2, that is no longer on the Fan Home website as well.
Yeah. It looks like they've had a little bit of a clear out.
Yeah, I mean, I'm counting this right. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The 10 things they did have up are no longer there.
Yeah, I know for a fact that Optimus Prime and the Enterprise are coming back. Also, that's official information because they already made a post about that on their customer service page. So I know those ones are definitely coming back. It might be, like you were saying, Mark, might be different for like the USA side.
Yeah.
So always check what's available where you are. But I've got a funny. I know, like I said, I know for a fact those two are definitely being re-released. I would imagine some more may get a re-release as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know that there's more new builds coming out this year, obviously. So they're probably making room. But yeah,
I know we all like a spring clean.
Yeah.
But
10.
Yeah. Also on there's none of the collectibles anymore, which was the Star Wars encyclopedias, the Street Fighter, and the Star Wars vehicles.
Yeah, they also had, I think it was either Dragon Ball Z or something like that.
Nexus, something like that.
That was it. It was Naruto.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that was the other one as well that's gone. It's really interesting that those ones have gone. Maybe they just didn't do it very well. I don't know. But you know, we've been here before where we've had things like this, and they all seem to come back. So a bit like the Terminator, they just come back. We will be back, sort of thing. But like I said, I know for a fact Optimus Prime and Enterprise D are coming back. The others, I don't know, but I would imagine because of popularity that they will come back, especially things like the Knight Rider, R2D2, Ecto 1. Even, you know, they may be even having a relaunch of that one because the new film comes out at the end of the month. Yeah. So they want to push that for the new film coming out.
We all like a spring clean, but that's one heck of a spring clean.
It is a little bit, yeah. There's a lot. There's a lot not there.
Okay, but at the bottom, we do have this.
Yay! Do you know what? I can't wait for these. You know what I'm like with Star Trek. I think most people have missed the Eagle Moss side of things, but these are the new ones coming out. Now, there was a mistake posted on this week, which was rectified quickly, about the ships that were actually coming out. So that part that they had there, it was further down. It's now not there, but there was a bit of a mistake there. But they rectified it really quickly.
I just wonder how many there actually going to be.
Well, the Agostini like numbers, and they don't normally extend a lot of their stuff. So I at this time, I don't know. It'd be interesting to see if they say it may be such and such, and then it just continues on. But the Agostini don't tend to like doing that. So,
well, just remember though, the Iron Man did have an extension for the battle damaged armor.
Yeah, but we did know about that. That was sort of pre-ordained, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know on this. It may get extended. It depends if there's new Star Trek stuff out. But it depends on where they go with it, I think, whether it gets extended or not. But I would imagine it will be more than 70.
Okay, so if
there'll be a few.
So if you're in the UK at this moment in time, so Fan Home, I've not got on the website, the Enterprise D, the Optimus Prime, the DeLorean, the Ecto-1, the Gauntlet, the Knight Rider, Iron Man, Dodge Charger, the R2-D2. Currently. Yeah.
There's also we'll come on to the other companies, but there is also something I want to bring up as well with the Tumbler and the Doll's House as well.
Okay.
If you want to, shall I bring them up now?
Yep.
Right. So the Batman Tumbler. Now, normally they don't do this, Hachette, but the website is completely gone. So the Tumbler. Normally, Hachette keep the website up there, and you can still access it, but they've completely removed it. And I mean, we're only at issue 53. They normally do it later on, but they've completely removed the site. So if you type in Batman Tumbler Hachette, it does not come up.
Right.
The site's gone, and I think the same has happened with the Doll's House as well.
Okay.
Which is a bit strange because normally they keep the websites up there, and they've just got rid.
And I've done quite a few models with Hachette. I know they do keep the website up for a limited amount of time, and then they take it down, so you can't find any information out about the build, but the shop is still there.
Yeah, the shops are still there, but I just wanted to meet people because I know some people might go, "I'll have a look at the dimensions," or "I'll have a look at this." And normally you can go onto the website and it's there, but it's completely gone.
Right.
Even the domain name, it's all gone.
Yeah, the Titanic was the same, the Spitfire was the same, the Bismarck was the same. They tend to take them down, and then with Hachette, what you do is if you want to subscribe, you've got to back order from the shop all the parts you need up to the point that the lowest point they can say you can subscribe from, which is probably about 8 weeks back. So if they're up to issue 30, and you want, you know what, I want to build this. This looks really good, and you can only subscribe from issue 25. You've got to buy issues 1 to 24 from the shop if they've got them in stock, and then subscribe to that number. Yeah. So.
But yeah, I just wanted to let people know because I knew it's been down for a while. Well, for the last couple of weeks anyway. And someone mentioned it this week. They wanted the dimensions of the Tumbler, and someone said because the website is completely gone.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted just people aware because, like you're saying, some people start building it, and I think in the next couple of issues of the Tumbler, we're going to start putting it together.
Right.
And normally when that happens, a lot of people say, well, what's the dimensions of it? How big is it going to be? But they can't access it because it's not on their website. So
sometimes what it might be wise, I mean, we do run quite a few groups between us, Kev, is the YouTube video for the builds is always on around. You can always find it. So one of the things we could do is we could pin the video to the top to the group.
Yes, yeah.
That way, if people are wanting information on measurements, they can watch the video. And normally in them videos, they do say the size of it and the product details.
Yeah. There's also on the cusp of Fan Home as well. Now, obviously, the Enterprise D is now finished for some people. Mm-hmm. Unlike me, I've got to wait another year or two. But some people are now finishing. So some questions were asked this week about the premium base.
Yeah.
So if you were on the premium base for Eagle Moss, forget it. But it will be offered to returning customers, only to returning customers only. At some point this year, We don't know yet, but at the moment, FanHome are constructing a web shop where returning customers will be able to log on and buy the premium base if they so wish to. But it will only be offered not to new subscribers, because if you're a new subscriber, you can choose the premium subscription, which includes the base.
Yeah.
For returning customers, you'll have the opportunity to buy it separately on the web shop. But FanHome did state they're not too sure when that web shop will be open. But they're hoping for it for before the end of the year.
Right.
And I don't know what. Before anybody asking a question, I don't know what they're going to be selling on there or anything. So I don't think it's going to be individual issues of Partworks, the Partwork builds. But I think things like the Naruto figures and like the busts, the Star Wars busts, they're the sort of things I think they will put on there to sell.
Yeah.
And obviously, I think some of the free gifts that we've got may be offered up for sale, maybe if you want extra ones or you've missed out or something. But I doubt we'll see individual issues to builds.
Right. So the main thing to change it. The only thing I will say is, like, for me, I signed up for the Enterprise D when it first got released with FanHome as a new customer starting from issue 1. They still will honour it. They'll still send you the parts. It's not. Just because it's not on the website does not mean that you're not going to get your next lot of parts.
Yeah. That's brilliant. Yeah, that's right, Mark. Yeah, if you're building like the Optimus Prime that's not on there, they're still sending the parts out. So if you're building it, you still get it. It's only for new customers, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Right. So if I go back to now, we're going over to D'Agostino because they've had a bit of a clean up over there. So this is D'Agostino. So you got the Ferrari F1 collection, got the International Space Station, got the Moomin House, we got the Rosset, and we got the Ford GT. So a couple of things that are no longer on there. The 1.6 Mustang is no longer there.
Yeah, very, 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 very surprised with that because they're still advertising it on Facebook. I know because I've seen a few of the ads.
Yeah. So this is for the UK, not for any other territory. This is for the UK. So the 1.6 Mustang is not on there anymore. The Volkswagen camper van is not there anymore. They were doing some wooden ship builds on there as well. There was the Vasta, the Bounty, the Victory. They're no longer there anymore. And the Lotus, if you can see here, has now gone to pre-order.
Yeah.
So that was out, but has now gone to pre-order.
Yeah, I think that's similar to what the GTR is. So they had like the first run, and then they'll have a second run, and the pre-order is for the second run.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Just to note that you can get the Lotus from Poacher as well.
Yes, you can.
However you say it, you can get that vehicle as a full build from Poacher as well. But they've had a bit of a clean up as well. So it's
a bit of a clean up all round, really.
Yeah, it has. I'll come back to us. They just seem to have a bit of a clear out. The other thing as well this week, the Peter Rabbit cross stitch has been released by Hachette. That is now, it's not in our shops, but apparently it's supposed to be in shops. So and obviously touching on that, which we did before we went live, is if you've noticed on my channel, I haven't posted a Disney Dollhouse build for 2 weeks, and that is because for the past 2 weeks there has been no Disney parts at the newsagents. Now, when we've contacted the warehouse, WH Smith News Warehouse, who distribute it, they have said that they are having supply issues. The company, Hachette, are having supply issues and are unable to supply it at the minute. So that's been like that for the past 2 weeks. And then obviously you mentioned you haven't seen the cross stitch out. Maybe that's part of the problem as well, because that's supposed to be in the newsagents as well. I've had to order it from the web shop,
I ordered them last week. They should be here this week. I'm hoping this week the issues are there, but I can't. I don't know. I'll be breath at the minute.
Right.
But the strange thing is, I haven't had any problems picking up the tumbler builds. They've been there spot on. So
that's brilliant. To give you more parts.
Yeah, I did have a little bit of a say. Now, obviously, I want to touch on that as well, because obviously I was a little bit upset because we built a little sort of cage thing and put little brackets on the nose of the car. That was it. Now I know in Partworks you pay each week or you pay monthly, and you do get parts. You do get little parts here and there, but it builds up. But with the tumbler, it doesn't feel like that. You know, even if you get little parts, even for the like the Robocop leg, even when you get these little parts, it's still something. The tumbler, I've got 2 bits here. I mean, it's all still in bits, and it just, I was just a little bit frustrated because it doesn't seem to be going anywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We've got the front, we've got the base, we've got the middle section. I know in the next couple of issues we're going to be bringing it together, but it just seems like there's a lot of work still to do.
Yeah.
And with them giving us 2 little bits that we've got to stick, we don't even use any screws in the last issue. We're just pushing bits in. I understand, but it's a little bit frustrating, especially when every week you're paying £11 for an issue.
Yeah.
And it doesn't seem like, you know, you take this and you take things like the Lancaster or even another car, and you're in 10 issues in or so, and you've already built half of the fuselage. And I'm like, I know there's not many parts in it. I know it's a different way of building the tumbler, but it was just a little bit frustrating because it seems to be every single week that it doesn't seem to be getting any progress done on it. Though we are building bits on it, you know, little bits here and there, it just seems stagnant. It just, you know what I mean? So I just wanted to praise that. It's not that I know that the build's the build. I know that it will be built and it will look absolutely amazing once it's done. It's just a little bit frustrating getting there. Yeah.
It is. Right.
It is what it is.
Well, that's our little news tonight.
Yeah.
It definitely a spring clean out for the Agostinian fan home.
Yes. Just a bit. I know, like I said, with summer coming back, but yeah, it's a bit. I know there was a lot of. I mean, you got to take the things like the Iron Man that had been on there since they started. That was one of their first builds, so that was a while ago now. So
right, let's go through this chat because we've had absolutely tons come in, and I think everybody's now checking their local fan home website to see what is available and what's not available.
Well, yeah. I know it's definitely different for the USA. There's different ones, so I know it's definitely going to be different for them.
Okay, so first in, I've got Tony T, who says we need a distributor in Canada ASAP.
I did say this to Burgess when she, because obviously at the time she was collecting stuff from Eagle Moss and then they stopped sending her stuff. And I think it comes down to distribution, money, and also it comes down to how many people they'll have subscribing and stuff like that. Like with Burgess, I was always wondering how many other people are building it. So you know, if they're only sending it to 2 people, they could actually be losing money sending and packing it and sending it to countries like that.
Yeah.
So it comes down to economics and stuff like that, and it might be the same for Canada. They might have looked at it and gone, we don't have a big enough fan base there. It will cost us X amount. You know, we need X amount of customers, but we'll only get this amount of customers, and it just makes it unviable. Yeah. So I think that's the problem. But there is solutions around all of that, like Partwork distributions and things like that. There's companies out there, third-party companies, use Partwork distribution, I would say. Yeah. But yeah, it's the same. It's the same thing for Australia as well.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. We've got Scott Duggan in saying, gutted, I'm going to miss another stream due to work. Hope you have a good stream and look forward to watching on catch up. Oh, good luck
Cool.
at work, Scott.
Yeah.
Thank
Good
you.
luck, Scott.
We've got Spider Sprewing saying, hi, Mark and Kev. Great finished models you both have. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
We've got Ian Campbell in
Hi,
saying,
Ian.
Evening, Ian. We've got Dave Mark Building saying, good evening, Mark and Kev. Have a great stream tonight. Thank you, Dave Mark.
Cheers, Dave.
We've got Burgess in saying,
Hi,
evening,
Bud.
everyone. Evening, Burgess. We've got Stephen Belcher in saying, hi, Mark and Kev. Evening, Stephen.
Hi, Stephen.
We've got David
Hello,
Phillips
Dave.
saying, evening, all. Evening, David.
David.
We've got Buckman's Model Mania saying, hey, all. Hi, Buck.
Hi, Buck.
I have starred these. I've been quite good tonight.
Oh, cool.
We've got Horlicks saying good evening. So, evening, Horlicks.
Hi, Horlicks.
On my channel saying good evening. So, hi, Horlicks again. Burgess says, do I need to worry about another part pizza attack at Spider? So,
Never know.
Yeah, you never know when part.
Never know. You never know when they'll strike.
No. Ian Campbell says, hi to the hosts, Mark and Kev. So, hi, Ian.
Hi, Ian.
Joining us. We've got Mad Dad Hobbies in saying, evening, guys. You're becoming part of my Sunday evening, a bit like Anton Deck on a Saturday night.
It's good to have you in.
Ian Campbell says, what do you think of the Rossi Mark? Now it's
finished. Now it's finished.
Now it's finished. It looks a superb model. But the build process, I've learned some new things with that. It's not been easy. It's been, I've never done so many pipes on a model. Really, I've never done so many pipes on a model. It is pipe central. And the thing about it is once all the coverings are on, you don't see them.
No.
You see them again. But it does look nice. It really does. It was worth doing in the long run. It's just a process. I think a lot of people said this about the Iron Man when it was just coming in with just a couple of parts. And,
Robocop's the same. And obviously the Alien was for me, like you were saying, Mark.
You go, wow. Okay, yeah, it was worth it. It was really, really worth it. But the process of doing it, it's something I'll never forget. That's all I'm going to say. I'll never forget doing on that bike. Never, honestly. And things breaking. Ugh. Yeah, I won't forget that. I wish they'd have given you a stand for it as you built it. That's all. That's another thing as well. Because I had to put mine in a vise just to stand it up as I worked on it. Maybe a stand would have been better as we built it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's my opinions. But now it's done. It does look really, really nice. And it was worth it. But it's a hard process to get there. Buck says the Alien looks great.
Yeah. Like you were saying, Mark, it's one of those pull your teeth out things. But once you've done it, it looks absolutely amazing. It looks fantastic. I'm glad I've done it, but I'm glad I'm not going to do it again.
Yeah.
I learned new languages I never knew I knew building that. So, but yeah, it looks fantastic. Now it's done. It's sort of like eureka moment. It's like, oh, right, okay.
But never again. You wouldn't do a second.
Oh. No. Oh, hang on. Sorry. Yep, sorry, that's my fault. Sorry.
Okay, Ian says instrument panel bits on the way, by the way. Oh, thank you, Ian. Fantastic. I'll sort out a video once they come. Thank you very much. We've got D Harrison saying evening, Mark and Kev. Evening, D.
Hi, D.
And we've got Lord Peter Webster in. Hi, Mark, Kev, and all in chat. Hi, Peter.
Hi, Peter.
Been a massive week for Peter Webster.
Yeah.
If you didn't already know what we're going on, but yeah, it's I'm gonna say, yeah. If you're in the plastic modelling community, you'll know what's going on. That's all I'm gonna say. Don't upset the plastic modelling community. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yes. Yeah.
We've got DS Models in saying hi everyone. Hi Dave and Chris. Hope you're well.
Hi.
We've got Will's Workshop saying, evening all, I see an Airfix quick build Lambo behind Kev. My son loves the quick builds.
Yeah, it's be on the channel this week. I picked it up. I saw it on the shelf. It was only a couple of quid. I thought, why not? It looks great.
Yeah, why not? We've got Dave Matt Bill says, your Rossi bike, Mark, is a thing of beauty. You should be well proud. I am. And I'm glad I did it. And I'm glad I kept my patience with it. There were times where I could have thrown it in the bin. But I never, ever give up on a model. I will never, ever give up on a model. I will keep going until it's done. Even if I have to stop recording and spend an hour sorting it out, I will do it. I don't like doing that. I like to show the process on camera. I like to show how it's done. But sometimes you're thinking to yourself, how the heck are you supposed to do that?
Yeah.
So, yeah. I've never swore on my channel before, but yeah, I was very, very close to some words. Yeah, it does look amazing now it's all complete, and it is worth it once it's all done. But the process is a nightmare. I wouldn't recommend that build for any beginners. That's all I'd say.
Expert level. Do you know, I always thought about that. I always thought that Partworks should come with a level, like Airfix, like some of the models where they have like level 1 up to level 5.
Yeah,
I've always said that about Partworks because some of them are easier than others, obviously.
Yeah, I think they are. I mean, every single Partwork advertiser, they will say easy to build. No. Not easy to build. There are some that are nice and easy to build, but there's some that really are taxing. Experienced modelers out there, or experienced partworkers. So we've got Dave Matt Builds who says hang on, I've already done that one.
Done that one.
Yeah. No, what it is, it's jumped. So it's gone right down to the bottom again. Right, where was I? Come on. Keep going up. Right, found it. That's why it jumped. Dave Matt Build says, got to watch your last few videos of the alien yet, Kev?
Yep. I put them out this week, so they're done. But it was a build that I finished the week before.
Yeah.
So yeah.
We've got Go For It Painting in saying hello. So hi, Go For It.
Go for it.
We've got Burgess in saying I've signed up for the Skyline.
Good choice. I'm jealous because Kirsty's building that one, and it looks what she's built so far. It looks really good.
Even though you're right beside her off camera watching her build it, Kev.
Yeah, she has told me to make sure she's doing it right. She still isn't 100% confident. So, but she builds it. I mean, I don't. Yeah, I don't build all of it. I do help her though.
Yeah. We've got Ken Fairclough says, Kev, have you heard of Blue Bricks in Germany?
Yes.
They do models of Star Trek ships made from Lego compatible bricks.
Yes, they do. Yeah, and it's very, very difficult to order them to the UK. We've looked. There's a friend of mine that runs a shop, and they were trying to look in to get them sort of like a wholesale deal, and they said it's really difficult, and it's difficult to get them here as well. They should have a UK arm, but they just haven't. But I have heard of them. Yeah, they look really good, and they've done so many of them. It's just really difficult to get them here in the UK because I would like to do some. But yeah, it's really difficult. But yes, I have heard of them, Kenya.
Okay. Ian Campbell says, does anybody remember Alec McPherson, who a few years ago did an amazing mod to bring the T800 to life, motion, stroke, gun effects, etc.? I remember that. Yeah, I do remember that. Servos in it and everything, didn't it?
Yeah, it moved, and the arms went up, and the laser bits come out of the gut. It looked amazing. Yeah, I think he also built a backdrop for the stand.
Right.
As well. But yeah, I do remember him. I don't know if he's active still, but he was in the T800 group. So.
Okay. We've got Marvel Phoenix, Todd in saying hello and good evening all. Hi, Todd.
Hi,
Hope you're
Todd.
well.
Yeah.
Ian says, I'm only going by what I've heard. I'm advised he took money and not delivered and nobody can contact him. Right, that's news to me. I didn't know that.
Oh, no, I didn't know that neither.
No.
Hmm.
And I remember him being around, and I remember the mod because I saw the video for it.
Yeah, I remember he put servos all in the neck, the arms. Yeah.
So I didn't know that. So
No.
yeah, thanks for sharing, Ian.
Cheers, Ian.
We've got Dale McCormick in saying, "Evening, everyone. Evening, Dale.
Hi, Dale.
Well. And then this is for the fan home that we shared. Is this red flags?
No, I think it's a sign, like you're saying. I think it's a sign of a bit of a clear out, and it's a sign of more stuff to come. So,
yeah,
you know, what are we going to get? Because we're going to get a few builds this year from them. Some that people are going to absolutely love. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, all I can think, I don't have any connections with Fan Home other than I buy the models that I get from them. All I can think is probably they're sorting out the warehouse and, you know, maybe redoing things or rejigging things a bit.
Yeah, I think when you get to a certain size, I think you have to sort of look at ones that are more popular than others, so you can bring other models out, so you don't have to move premises or money or anything else, because obviously it takes a lot of money to process these builds, and if they're not making the money, it makes sense to pull them. So it makes room for new ones.
Steve 131's asking which website gone. No website's gone, Steve. It's just some of the Partworks that were on Fan Home and D'Agostini are no longer available in the UK at the moment. I don't know what is in different territories, but I do know some people have been making some comments on what is available in there where they are living. So it's just what's going on in the UK at the moment. And this, we haven't had nobody's said anything from Fan Home to us. We're just going on what we can see
what we can see with our eyes and reporting on that.
Yeah, and we're just telling you, because this is the Partwork show, that we're just saying this is what we've noticed so far.
Yeah.
Spider Spruce says Optimus is still available at the moment in Germany, but the rest on your list have gone at this time.
Yeah. But like I said, Optimus Prime and the Enterprise D are going to get a re-release at some point here. So there's hope for other ones, but I would imagine at this stage, a lot of people are already building these models anyway. So, and I've always mentioned it, if you want to build a model, it's always try as best you can to do it straight away, because there may come a point where you can't get it anymore or it goes out. So.
Ian Campbell says, sorry, yes, Kev, for an overview, not there. I think that was to do with the Tumblr website and the Digital website on Hachette. People are checking Fan Home now, and Spider Screw says, and the Eleanor is back for pre-order in Germany.
Yeah.
So, Book says, okay, I had to go move some furniture, start over. Okay. We've got Satire's models in. I think that's right. And hey, Mark. So, hi, how are you? Thank you for joining us. Lord Peter Webster says, I have the Lotus, enjoying the build.
Nice.
Yeah. David Phillips says the Porsche Lotus is a different car. Right.
Slightly different. Yeah, I think it's slightly different. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Satire's model saying, with all the problems going on with shipping lanes in the Middle East, it's no surprise. Yeah.
I know there's been delays with model parts anyway, and their Fan Home are quite. They do tell you if there's a problem, which there is for the 66 Batmobile. That's why we're not having a delivery this month. It's be next month.
Yeah. Okay. Ian Campbell says exactly what I've been thinking. So obviously the problems in the Middle East.
Yeah.
Spider says the Rossi gone, but the 1.6 Mustang is still here in Germany at the moment. So I think the Rossi is going to go from the UK D'Agostini.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think it's been as popular as what they thought.
Well, it's an old build though as well, isn't it? It's not a new. Yeah, it's not a new build. It's been out a while.
So glad I did it when I did, even though
They might do another bike. I mean, Poacher did. They've done a few bikes.
I am never doing another bike at all. I am staying away unless they did. D'Agostini did the Model Space did the Harley Davidson, didn't they?
They did, yeah. The 1/6 scale. Was it what? No, it was 1/4 scale Harley. Yeah. They never released it over here, did they?
Yeah, they did.
Oh, they did.
Penny's Pit Stop did it.
Oh, right. Okay. I know they done it in France, but I wasn't too sure over here.
Yeah. They did release it over here. But I don't know if Model Space went under and then they didn't finish. That's what I'm wondering.
Right.
So,
okay.
Satire's Model says, I say we just bug out and nuke the site from orbit.
Okay.
And Ian says, haha, there are less dramatic resolutions. I have an awesome spud gun.
Oh, yeah, they were. We were talking about them last week. They're lethal. Lethal, they are.
They were good, though.
Yeah.
Mad Bad Hobby says, Tumblr electrics were painful. Felt like a cable per issue. Yeah,
this is what I was saying. You know, that's the frustrating part about it, is that we had all those issues. We built the Lazy Susan bit as well, and it just doesn't seem to be going anywhere. And it's 120 issues, and we're issue 53, 54, around that sort of 54. I think 55 this week. And we've got parts. We've got the interior. We've got the front. We've got the back. But that's about it. We've got nothing really. It's really frustrating.
Yeah, it can be.
Yeah, I know. At the end of it, it's going to turn out to be absolutely fantastic. Maybe I'm just getting grumpier in my old age. I don't know, but we've had other builds where we've had little bits, but we then get bigger bits. But we've had little bits over a consistent time.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Satire's Model is laughing. And he says, they forget to realise if they did open up a new distribution centre, they'd get more customers.
Yeah, offering all the builds is it gives you a bit more freedom, a bit more variety.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Terry Martin's in saying, evening all. Evening, Terry. Welcome to the show. I'm about 15 minutes behind on chat, so I'm getting there.
We should be
Steve131 says, bike looks good, but was boring to be. I wouldn't say it was boring. It was just really. I think the Rossi was a bit like the Tumbler. Right, you get your pack, you look at it and thinking, how many stages have I got pipes in?
Yeah, it was. I mean, we had more. I think we had more than 15 issues of just wires, wire.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. D. Harris says no one knows where, when, or who will be next on Ian's Partwork pizza attack.
Yeah, lurking in the shadows. The Domino's Pizza Man.
Maybe it could be you, D.
Yeah, it could be.
Paul Jordan says, evening, Mark and Kevin, all in chat. Evening, Paul.
Hi, Paul. I'm glad that I could help you out, Paul, actually, on a few of the issues that he was having with the alien, and I was able to help him out on that. So
that's good, yeah. We've got Ed Hughes in saying, evening, all in chat. Mark and the Nexus. Evening, Ed.
Hi, Ed.
I'm now no longer got these cards, so you'll have to bear with me. Right. Lord Peter Webster says, I still need to build my Rossi. Hopefully this week I've got the display case with it ready. So, yeah, the last few stages are okay. You're just putting the fairings on. It's not pipe. I think the last pipe you put in is the fuel tank pipe, and that's it. So, Steve131 says, I see pizza in Belfast. Yeah.
Well, you got Burgess.
Yeah. D. Harris says, Bismarck was the easiest build I've done. I wouldn't say the easiest.
I don't know.
For me, that's quite hard. I set mine to John Bill's iconic military models because I just
do the rigging.
Yeah. He did a brilliant job of it. Ed Hughes says Lancaster throttle controls is a good one to try your patience. I haven't done that yet. I haven't started that build yet, so yeah, I've heard about the very small.
Yeah, just a bit.
Burgess says time for a partwork classifications, maybe.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Classify how hard they are.
Yeah.
I'll read this one out. World Workshop says Skyline is a good build.
Yeah. What I've seen, what Kirsty's done, I'm very, very happy with it so far.
Yeah, definitely.
Looks like a good one.
Right, 10 Fair Club says, Kev, I bought 2 so far, had no problems with delivery and no import charge. What's that on?
What's that for? Ken?
No, I'm not too sure on that one.
It always depends, because I used to order stuff from France, and if you kept it under £80, I never got any import charge.
Right.
So yeah, it depends.
Yeah. Steve 131 says you'll all love the backcountry and Birmingham Balti Mile.
Right.
Well, I live near to Bradford, and that's miles and miles and miles of curry houses. Paul Jordan says, yes, that's correct, Ian. He disappeared and people paid and still waiting for the mod. Shame, as he was all over social media and all his contact info details all gone. So where's the money owed for the T800 mod? Yeah. Dave McBill says, I phoned Harshett up last week and asked if they could bring out another famous liner. They're looking into it.
QE2 maybe?
Another famous liner. Oh.
I can only think of the QE2 because that was quite famous.
Yeah. The Queen Mary is quite famous.
Yeah.
The Queen Mary is quite famous. Possible. It depends what people want.
Yeah. I think people want to train.
Yeah. I think they do. Todd said Fan Home did mention that they were going to do a warehouse audit. Perhaps this caused some disruption in both what is shipping and what is being advertised.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Dave McBill says the Lusitania. Yeah, that was Q9 line. Yeah, Lusitania. That's possible. It depends what era you'd want it from, though. Whether you'd want it, say, the Great Western.
Yeah.
Something like that. But just depends what they can do. Right, so Ian Campbell says, would all this movement on builds being available and then not? If you want it, you need to get quick. Not good for those folk already at their max pound signs. Yeah. Lord Peter Webster says, I have a full kit of the model space chopper still yet to build. Right.
Oh, right. Okay.
Spider Spruce says, the only motorbike I would do is the Street Hawk. So, and then Burgess says, France got the Indian Springfield bike. Japan has the Honda CB750 now. It
was the Springfield one I was thinking of, not the Honda. Not the Harley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ian says, Mark, with you being in the lounge, where have you banished Julie to? LOL. I haven't banished her anywhere. She's got her desk in the bedroom upstairs. She has her sewing and everything that she does upstairs. So I have difficulties getting her out there, to be honest with you. So yeah, she prefers being sat up in the bedroom at her desk doing her bits and pieces. So yeah. Denmark Bill says, I saw a video on YouTube, a 1/200 scale partwork Graf Zeppelin It only came out in Germany. It looks fantastic. Wasn't it on trial in Germany?
Yeah, I think we've mentioned it before. There's a lot of builds that come out in France and in Germany that we never see the light of day here. Never come out here.
Yeah. But I know
Just
a lot of people said they would do the Graf Zeppelin if it came out in this country.
Yeah, there's a few. Even the Citroens, the 2 CVs that they've done and they've done the Beetle as well, the Bug. They've never brought out here, but I know for a fact they would sell here, but they just wouldn't bring them out.
Yeah. Peter Webster says, I fully restored a 70s CB750 for bike a while ago, Burgess. Wow.
Yes.
And Ian says, I did the Rossi full build a few years ago, completed in 5 days, really enjoyed it. Just don't ask what it looks like now. Oh, yeah, the disaster.
Did it take a tumble? Little hand.
Don't leave a Rossi bike around a 2-year-old. That's all I heard. Todd says, wait till Ian Partwork pizzas someone in the US. Well, you never know.
Never know. It could strike at any time.
Yeah. And then Todd says, now that he delivers internationally. Yeah.
Yeah.
Book says it'll probably be Ian if he shows up here. No, that's Pitstain Hobbies, Ian.
Yeah.
And then Todd is laughing. And then Todd says, Ian isn't too New York picky. He'd be like, this is not pizza, LOL.
Yeah.
Oh, and Ken Fairclough has answered Blue Brick Starships.
Right, okay. I've tried to order stuff before from them, and their website is all over. I'll have to try somehow and get some here because I really do want to build one of them. Probably one of the bigger ones that they do, because they do smaller ones and they do some really big ones. So I might have to look into getting some maybe for the channel.
Yeah. D. Harris says, still not fixed, Ian. Send it to Mark. He will repair. Oh, gosh.
Yeah, he loves those pipes.
Don't go there.
No.
Todd says there need to be a good aircraft carrier, Enterprise, Midway, or a battleship like the Missouri.
The Enterprise would be a good one. It's been decommissioned now, but I think that would be a fairly good build. Though they did do an aircraft carrier in Japan.
Yeah.
And that had it had panels that you could take off, but it also had the lifts. And the lifts actually worked. So the lifts went up and down with a little helicopter on it and stuff. But they did do one in Japan, but I think it was based on a Japanese one. And I also believe they did a German aircraft carrier one as well. You know, the first German aircraft carrier that they did? It was in World War II. It was like the first one that they did. And I think they actually did a part work of it, but I can't remember the name of the ship.
Ian says, probably with issues like Alex McPherson, those in other countries don't have a leg, no means for getting money back. Perhaps contact your bank / credit card company. Yeah. Satires Model says, I'd love to see a Back to the Future train.
Yeah, loads of us would. That would be an awesome build.
Yeah, definitely. Ian says, defo Back to the Future train. You can get the 3D print files for it.
Ooh, cool.
So you can actually get them. I've seen them. So, but I don't know how much they are.
No.
And then Ian's saying, been an issue for many years, LOL. And then Satires Model says, I wish they went for the big ATAT. Yeah, that looked like a Great Dane, though, didn't it?
Yeah, they had that and the Death Star as well. And not the Death Star, Star Destroyer. Both of them looked fantastic. They would have been really good in Partworks. But those two builds, and there was a few other ones around that time, including the Hogwarts, it all hit at the wrong time because we had COVID. And then we had the problems, you know, and everything else. So I think all those sort of builds were really good, but they all hit at the wrong time.
Yeah. Book says the semi-tractor would be nice as a full build. I don't know what semi-tractor is. I'm not very big on tractors.
They did do a tractor. I'm sure they've done a tractor build in Germany.
Well, they could have done.
One. I think it was blue. I can't remember what. I do remember a tractor build.
Burgess says the Graf Zeppelin never saw active service. Satires Model says, I hate that they don't have the VW bug available in the US. No, that's not available anywhere as far as I'm aware now.
Except Germany.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've done it in a few different variants as well, because I think they did it in blue and they did another one as well.
Yeah. Ed Hughes says, I would do the Graf Zeppelin for sure. A lot of people have said that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Dave McBill says that was the Graf Zeppelin, Kev, the only one they built, but it wasn't used in service.
Yeah, I think they used it as target practice in the end. If I remember rightly, I do know a bit of history, but I remember I think it was I think they sent it out and it was captured. I think it was captured by the Russians. Yeah. And then I think they used it as target practice in the end to try and sink it.
Wow.
But yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know the name of it, now I do.
Ken says the name of the German aircraft carrier is Graf Zeppelin.
I didn't know the name. I've been saying the name. I thought it was something else.
Yeah. Satires Model says, I saw the first 2 issues of the AT-AT and was looking forward to it. Then they cancelled it. I think it went out as a trial, but never came.
Yeah, it went out on a trial. And I normally do 4 issues, but it only did 2. But it, like I said, same with the Star Destroyer. It came out when COVID had hit.
Yeah. And
I think it just damaged the sort of uptake of it, because no one could get to the shops, and I think they just went, no one's buying it, and they just didn't do it. Though they can always go back to it.
Yeah.
So.
Satires Model says, yeah, I think it was Hachette. Burgess says there is a show on the Graf Zeppelin on Curiosity Stream.
Oh, okay.
I'll have to watch that. Ian says, great stream, night all. Night, Ian. Thank you for coming in. And I've got to the end of the chat.
Nice.
The only thing I'm going to say with Hachette is at the moment is they look to be all the models that they previously did in wood seem to be coming out in metal.
Yeah.
So if you did a previous model in wood with Hachette, I reckon it's going to come out in metal. So I reckon at some point the HMS hood will come out.
Yeah. Not only that, you've obviously they're updating all of their old builds as well. So you've got things like the Flying Scotsman and the Mallard.
Yeah.
That they did.
So I'm reckoning at some point these things might get reintroduced, but different.
Yeah.
Made with different material.
What I have noticed though with Hachette this year is that nothing's come out.
Yeah.
Nothing really's come out, and it's a bit. I've just noticed that the last 2 years they've sort of. There hasn't been a lot of builds from them here in the UK.
The U96 came out.
Yeah.
The Tumbler.
That was last year.
I'd say the Alien, but that was last year.
Yeah, the Alien, Tumbler, they were last year.
And we've had the Lancaster.
This year we've had U96 and the Lancaster. Normally we get 4 or 5 builds from them. We still might, but it just seems to be very quiet.
At the moment, if I look on the model section of the Hachette website, it's the most builds I've ever seen on there for a few years.
Right.
So. But,
yeah.
Burgess says the Graf Zeppelin was mostly finished, then was sunk twice outside Poland. No. Styles Model says, I'm out, need to eat. So good night. Thank you for coming in.
Yeah, mate. Thank you for coming.
Dave Mac Bill says, been a great stream tonight, guys. Thank you, Dave Mac.
Cheers, Dave.
Steve131 says, night all. Night, Steve.
Night. Everyone's going.
Yeah, Ed Hughes says U96 was wood first. So there we go. They are coming out.
Yeah.
Will's Workshop says, good night, all. Don't forget to hit the like button. Yes, if you could, please. That'd be fantastic. D. Harris says, well, good night, Mark and Kev. Great show. See you next week. So, night, D.
Yeah, see you later, D.
Spider Sprue says, great stream. Night, all. Night, Spider Sprue.
Yeah.
Burgess says that lumber is super expensive now. LOL. Yeah, that's true. And then Mad Dad Hobby says, night, all. Well, I think we better say night because we've come up on the hour.
Yeah, everyone's going.
Yeah. So, fantastic stream tonight. Like I said, we're only informing you what we're seeing on the UK Fan Home website. It might be different in your territory. All I can say is go over there, check out what is available and what's not available.
Yeah.
Keep your eye on it. If you want to build it, sign up for it. You can always get the first pack, pause the build for 3 months, and then come back to it. That is a possibility. So if you want to do it, get signed up straight away. If you don't, or you're umming and ahhing, then it might not be around. So that's the only thing we can say on that one. But yeah, thank you tonight, Kev, for everything. It's been a great stream.
And you, Mark? Yeah, it's been brilliant tonight.
Yeah, definitely. So have you got anything coming up this week? Anything special?
Knight Rider, GTR, some Star Trek model bits, the Airfix. So there's a few bits coming up. So yeah.
Me, I'm just playing catch up again, and I'm hoping that as soon as I've caught up, I can start on some of the new builds that I've got to get started on. So all I'm going to say is I've been Mark.
And I've been Kev.
And we'll catch you all on the next one, guys. Night all.
See you later, night all.